Hey, Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to the Byzantium religious domination game where things are going kind of just okay. Things are okay. Like, they're not amazing, they're not perfect, they're just alright, you know? They're just alright. And that's kind of how I feel about the game right now. I probably should build a Droman, actually, to see if we can get a slightly better era score boost. Realistically, there's probably not too much I can do to boost my era score, especially with the lack of roads in here. Do you know what I really need? I really need like an engineer here, just one or two engineers to build me a little bit of roadage, because getting through this territory is just really unfortunate. Wow, that was a very strange direction. I didn't know units could push units. That was really odd. What just happened? That's probably a dead guy anyway. Yeah, I'm having mobility issues in the game. Now, when do I want to declare war on Maya? I think I can declare war basically whenever I want. So for now, we can just continue to build up our power level. Nazca line. I love placing Nazca lines around because they just make the tiles so cool. Look at this. This is a 6 faith desert tile. or oil tile, rather. Truly beautiful. Okay, of course we're getting hit by dust storms and all these bad things. Yep. So convert and convert. There we go. The city is now the correct religion. We can move the bombards up. It's very unfortunate that I never got a great general for my bombards. That's something I kind of regret. But Apu should take a few turns to die. Like, we've already taken out 20% of the city's defenses. The question is, are we ready to go fight the Mayans? I think we want to wait for mobilization, and we want to start combining all these units together. So let's start pairing off cuirassier cores with regular cuirassiers here. So I need 2 more. Yeah, it's really nice to be able to pump out 2 cuirassiers with promotions and with an extra experience boost, because when they get merged in, they will carry on that experience boost, which is really quite nice. So the lack of strategic resources means that building units here doesn't really do anything for me. So maybe like doing some campus research grants, maybe that holds value for me. Just get that little bit of extra science. Maybe I could go ahead and pump science in here, like work scientist specialists. Maybe there's value there, kind of. But I suppose just for the sake of doing it, I should probably like merge a couple of warrior monks together, just so you can see just how like not very good it is. I'll find like a 2 promotion one. And I'll try to build the best warrior monk that I can, and just show you that actually these units aren't that good. They're okay. They do have there's a the problem with the warrior monk is that their window of usefulness is like incredibly small. Like, I mean incredibly small. Their window of use is just a little small. Oh, nice. We did get a debater promotion on our guy there, which is great. I'm supposed to try and convert this city, but I've just been so pinned down by other crap. The good news is I have completely tanked the Mayan research ability as well by capturing a few cities, so that is quite nice. I did have a Tagma here. I need to bring the Tagma forward to provide assistance on the next turn for the assault on Apu. Never knew I would be going to war with the guy who runs the Quickie Mart. Hey, we got the Droman, that's +4 era score. Now we're up to 189 era score. We could probably get that kill. Easy clap. Easy clap. Good old whap. Now, Apu slap, and Apu slap. Which honestly sounds like I'm doing something else. It is a necessary part of the process. Abydos, what's the conversion rate over here? There's no units for me to kill, unfortunately, so I may have to go ahead and get myself a couple extra missionaries to send out ahead to convert Abydos. You know, I feel like my hubris was my downfall this game, was that I was just like, I don't need to manually convert the cities. They'll convert themselves when they build units. And then they've never built units. So I got caught, okay? I got caught in Cartville by my own hubris. I should totally like take a turn to research celestial navigation. We do have access to artillery now, though. That's going to be big. Artillery is nice because it has a much higher combat strength than bombards. Okay, let us put a road here and actually connect these cities so my units can move a little bit more freely. And now we can begin the actual conversion. Although these guys need to get healed up first. Poor missionaries got isolated and murked. Ooh, 2 debaters actually here is huge for me. If I have these 2 debaters going, I'll be able to fight these apostles pretty easily. There is a field cannon, but it's inside the city. So, you know, units killed inside cities don't count, unfortunately, for what we want. But I can grab myself a crew weapons promotion here. Get a little bit of extra defense and grab crew weapons here as well. Apu should start to crumble. There's the walls are down. Should only be another turn or 2 before we break the city. Kind of wish I had tunnels, but I don't think you unlock tunnels until the top half of the tech tree. It's like here, yeah, chemistry. I could tunnel through the mountain. Well, actually, it'd be quite tough to tunnel through. I don't know. I would figure it out, all right? I'm a master of something. I'm the master at talking myself up and then not following through. That's what I'm the master of. I kind of wish I'd went for Magnus's ability. Black Marketeer that would let me recruit units for less. I think there's a lot of abilities in this game that I rated really low, and I'm starting to understand why they exist and what place they have in the game. I think I've been a very ignorant Civ player, and I've kind of gotten away with being ignorant. But as I've now kind of been like, okay, I should actually try to like optimize my game to a real degree rather than just kind of relying on the fact that, you know, I'm reasonably good at, you know, talking my way through things and all that sort of stuff. But now I actually have to like try, and I'm learning things about the game. Like when I'm trying to do suboptimal strategies, it's kind of forcing me to learn new things about the game and how the game operates, is basically what I'm trying to say. Which is kind of interesting in of itself that, like, yes, I'm quite good at the game, but there's always new stuff to learn. We do have access to steel now, so we will get our 2 artillery pieces. And we also have mobilization, which is huge. Let's make sure we get the... Oh, also, by the way, in some of these places we can buy artillery armies, which is quite helpful. I will be buying just a pair of regular artillery here, and then upgrading these. Pull out a cuirassier, push in a new one. You'll get a level from this. There we go. Perfecto. Abydos is next. Let's have a look there. We need to convert the city. It's not going to happen. Anything to pillage? Well, there's a farm there. We will be keeping the city naturally. I'll send a pair of these around. You jump up there. And now, yeah, Abydos is next on the cards. And then Brussels should be fairly easily. And then once we have Brussels, we should be able to punch through to the south and execute a pincer attack on the Mayans. Let's start combining. Now we have cuirassier armies. Also, I want to see the effect of a warrior monk army. There we go. Warrior monk army with a +10 combat strength. Okay. Look at it. We attack Abydos. Like, look at that. It's an 83 combat strength unit. It's like on par with a cuirassier, only now. Like, and that's not even a cuirassier core. Like, if I took a cuirassier core that I just made, it's a 97 combat strength unit. Like, they can, in certain circumstances, you can make warrior monks work. But again, why would I use warrior monks when I have Tagmas? I have Tagmas, right? I don't need these. This is the problem that I come back to every time I try to make the warrior monks work, is either I'm playing a religious civ that has no benefits for domination, or I'm playing a religious domination civ that has a better strategy already. And like, warrior monks just kind of fall off every time I think about that. It's just like, okay, why am I bothering? We are going to head towards fascism now. That's going to be the next step in our upgrading our military conquest. So we have the mosque in Nicaea. We have a holy site. We have a commercial hub. We have a hippodrome. If I were to think about what infrastructure could I use to improve my military and my army and everything else, more gold kind of appeals to me in a certain way. So getting a harbor could be pretty good. Probably going to be aerodromes later. So do I build more units? Not really. The big bottleneck for me is going to be oil now. If I was playing in better balanced game, I would be building districts. I could build cheap districts to get stats. Like if I just threw down a theater square for +3 culture per turn. I mean, here's the thing. +3 culture per turn. If we think about this, that's not really enough to speed these up. It might shave off. Like, it's going to take me 10 turns to build this theater square, right? And then I'm going to get 3 culture per turn. So that'll apply for these 3 techs. So I'll maybe get 30 culture out of it. Like, you see, like like this is why I talk about, like, early infrastructure is way more important than late infrastructure. That's why, like, my monument in these cities has been just cranking out culture all game, +2 culture the entire game. Probably the best thing to do is to get a builder and just improve my territory. Just continuously improve my territory. There are tiles that I can improve. You know, all that sort of jazz. Now on the front line here in Rakadet, I could build useful things like military engineers, support units, things like that. Or I could just run encampment trainings, generate gold and great general points, and work with the army that I already have and use my faith to generate an army. You know, there's a few options here. What are we at? Modern era? Maybe we'll... Yeah, I don't think... My empire now at this point, I don't get a huge amount of value from actually building things, because my snowball power is just like at an absurd level. Ooh, I finally get Levée en masse, which is going to severely increase my gold potential. Natural philosophy is still quite useful here. I'll take natural. I'll keep my government more or less the way it was, just with extra gold. Looks like I lost suzerainty of Cahokia. I definitely don't want to lose suzerainty of them, because if they declare war on me, it's going to be really, really, really damn annoying. So I'll take steps to avoid that outcome. Now, what do we got in terms of combining? So we'll eat you. We will eat you. You will eat this. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Super Saiyan cuirassiers. Man, I'm really missing that great general. But the Tagma plus conversion, and maybe if I pillage the hell out of the districts, might be enough. Let's kill this guy. That hopefully will convert the city. Perfect. Can we kill this guy too? Man, debaters are just insane. Look at that religious combat strength. Like, we're just churning through. Even Arabia is going to be a tough kill here, but look at that. Yeah, I need to get them converted down here. But once I get Arabia converted, it might be a little bit more possible. Plus 12 from districts. I think pillaging districts here will be key to breaking the city. So that's going to formulate an important part of my strategy. Let's go ahead and declare a Golden Age war on the Mayans. We will also declare a Golden Age war on basically everyone now. This is the end game war, and we want them to be a Golden Age war, so that we can execute these wars with very little penalty. So this is where, you know, activate North Korea mode. We are at war with everyone. Now, the one big advantage here is if we get a couple of city conversions here while at war, that's it. That's what I was hoping for. We just secured ourselves a Golden Age, and now this Golden Age should be the one that leads us through to victory. So this was a big turn for me. I could really use some of these. I need to purchase like more cuirassiers over here. I probably should have bought more, you know, I could faith purchase Tagmas and then upgrade them to cuirassiers and then eat them with cuirassiers. I think that works quite well, actually. But I don't think upgrading units costs you more strategic resources if it's already a unit that uses a strategic resource. Could be wrong, actually. Could be very wrong. We'll find out. But like, this is a warrior monk army, which is about as strong as it can get. It can get one more promotion. Like, I'll say that. It can get one more promotion. It doesn't benefit from great generals. And it's still, like, losing to a field cannon army. You know? Granted, it's a... You know, I don't know. I just don't think they're very strong. So what we want to do is we want to step this guy over. You want to go there. You want to go there. You want to go there. And you want to go there. So we've got 4 units ready to hit the city. And we want to absolutely mash it on the first turn. Like, I'm talking, we just need to crack this city open like an egg. We step the Tagma back into a safe place. The big thing will be finishing off Egypt relatively quickly, which is the hope. Once we have tanks, though, our life gets easier. Now, where was that other oil? There it was. Mindful guys who punch real good. That is the religion we have set on the entire game. And I'm pretty proud of that name, actually. It's rare that I come up with a name that I'm like, that was a good religion name. Most of my religion names are just like really dumb memes. Like this stupid shit. Oh, right. The Droman is a quadrireme replacement. Of course. I'm dumb. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, the world's army now is bearing down upon us. And I think we just won the religious emergency, which is perfect. All part of the plan. The capital city needs to get obliterated. Let's take a pillage and then hit it again. We've almost cracked the city. Let's get... Abydos is now converted. That's ideal. Unfortunately, this artillery isn't in range to do damage. Maybe it will be... How about this? You eat this. That was not what I meant to do. Whoops. A little bit of a misclick there. But if the U then... Oh, God damn it. I can't believe I moved a cuirassier. I thought this unit was moving there. That's fine. We'll get you to go there. The city is converted, so damage is now possible. You're coming around to go convert a different city. And we have major gold in the bank. Now here's my question. If I faith purchase Tagmas, do they cost extra iron to upgrade? We are making 6 iron per turn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Did I steal Jebel Barkal from someone? I did. Ooh, that's actually huge. Big. Let's go ahead and promote Magnus with provision so we can get to Black Marketeer. I'm going to also start moving him to the front line. I never really use his chopping abilities over here. It's too much micro. I'm focused on this. So I'm going to put him into Uax Actun. And this can be where we purchase units that are cheap with governor titles. Just like, that's the main bottleneck. I have the faith to do it. Like, I have insane faith. I got the faith, but not the power. Now, unfortunately, because the game has gone really late, we will be going up against stuff like infantry, which is really annoying. I think this Cuirassier upgrade strat actually works really, really well. We can just like make a Tagma, upgrade it into a Cuirassier, and then eat it. So we can make these armies who can then get into position to go to the front line. A lot of military emergencies. I will vote. I don't know where I got my Diplo favor from, but I'm going to vote both of these down as equally as possible. And hey, maybe a couple of them won't pass. Maybe they'll both pass. Well, the military emergency passed. The aid request did. So Maya will have a ton of gold to play with in our war, which is not good for me. I can kill field cannons in like 1 or 2 attacks. So let's make sure we start doing that. Really? You lied to me that you could make that attack. Okay. I'm only 3 turns from having tanks, which is quite exciting. I do want to preserve these Cuirassier armies. I should probably retreat them. I'm doing that thing again where I waste units when I should be preserving them. Let's blast Abydos. Can I kill you there? Yeah, perfect. I think we just throw these Cuirassiers into the fray because we have reinforcing Cuirassiers coming with fully built army situations. My problem is my problem right now is a severe lack of strategic resources. We're very, 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 very strained for strategics. Like this iron over here would be great to get online. You know, I could plug in the iron card, equestrian orders. I think it's a bit late for that. I would love to take the Colosseum. We'll see how the battles shake out. Things are going okay for me. Like, I've got no problems right now. I got 99 problems, but a war ain't won. Damn. He took out one of my Cuirassier armies, which is fine. I should be able to preserve the others. Let's pull them back to be ready to be turned into tanks. Also, I need to get supply convoys. I don't have medics. So they'll have to be hard constructed. I won't be able to upgrade from them. But I would consider this attack relatively successful. We took out half the city's walls. We lost basically nothing in exchange for that. We lost 1 Cuirassier army for that attack. Big whoop. Pull back here. You come in. You promote. You eat. You get into position. You get into position. You get into position. Swap with him. Let's go back to hammering Abydos. Once you get a little bit of progress on a city, it becomes way easier to actually break through. I find, like, once you get that first, that first little bit of damage on the walls is quite tough. But then as you break through, it actually starts to all happen relatively quickly. If I'm thinking about Edessa, what's the best way the city could support my empire? Potentially an industrial zone somewhere nearby. Yeah, that's a +3 industrial zone right there. Provide AoE production later on in the game. Sure, we'll get that. I'm sitting on 6 envoys. I have no real use for them. I don't think I can steal... I could technically steal suzerainty of Vatican City, but I don't need it, so I won't. So I can't wait till I get a supply convoy, because those tend to be real helpful for your mobility in late game war. Another oil rig online so we can sustain 3 tanks, plus we have a little bit of surplus oil, and we're going to be picking up more oil over here and stuff. Now, do we have plastics? We will be getting plastics soon, so we'll be able to do offshore oil rigs. That's good. Pushes us in the direction we need to go. Eat him. You move up. So where's my next holy city? I've done Rakadet, Amboise. I've done Islam. I think I did Confucianism. I've done Judaism. The only one left now is Catholicism, which is in France. So I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to both a religion. Yeah, I'm super close to a religion and a domination victory, which is kind of like the really cool combo that Byzantium does. So we're getting there, which is making me feel pretty good about this game as things have opened up. So, Abydos, I will blast you with artillery and then take the city, get a promotion on this unit. Perfect. Sanitation is boosted. We keep the city. Let's go kill this because that's worth spread. Boom. Missionaries moving. Get artillery down there. All 3 of these guys need to get healed up. Let's faith purchase a cuirassier to join this army up here in the north. Like, once I take out Egypt, and I probably don't even really need to actually take out Egypt, in all honesty, this army can probably make its way back over to Tikal now. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to start making their way down south. I don't need to push here. This is disadvantaged terrain. I need to push through this section here and then down to the south. I am continuing to use builders just to like develop my territory and my economy. I think it's important to continuously develop your land. Builders are like, you should always be building builders. You should like if you hover over a city, right? I'm using Sucrotact's simple UI adjustments let me see what tiles the city's working, and it's working in unimproved tile. You should be looking to get a builder in that city. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be by that city. Like, I could get the builder in Moreau and send it over there, right? I've built a ton of builders this game, but I built them super inefficiently, which is also hurting my build quite a bit. But you know, you live and learn. You figure things out. I think part of getting better at the game is like trying weird edge case stuff, like doing things you've never done before, making an attempt on something that you know probably won't work, but you're going to try it anyway. So I am looking forward here to the tank armies that I'm about to get access to. She wants peace. If I take peace with Egypt, I could trade with her. Peace with Egypt actually makes sense here. I got her capital, I got her holy city. I don't need to be at war with her. And I can use the overturn diplomatic friendship ability, where they haven't quite denounced you yet on the first turn that you have peace with them, to get things like resident embassy, open borders, and then also use this as an opportunity to trade with them, give them a whole bunch of stuff in exchange for whatever they have. Now, do they have any luxuries that I need? No luxuries. I wonder if they have any strategics that I need. She has no iron. That's okay. So peace with Egypt is helpful. There is a little bit of a grievances penalty, but I can just, you know, I've got multiple governors just sitting around literally doing nothing because I have no use for them. I mean, theoretically, I would be getting a benefit from them that would require a lot of micro. Okay, so tank army time, 465 gold and 2 oil to upgrade this unit to a tank army. We will be going for multiple tank armies, ideally on the healthiest cuirassiers I have. I can sustain 3 more tank armies. So where's my healthiest cuirassier? There you are. Upgrade you. Could really use a road down here. Get a military engineer and see if we can build a little bit of road. Now I could upgrade more cuirassiers to tanks, but I won't be doing that. Not until I secure more oil, because I don't want my tanks to run out of oil, because that would be really, really bad. Both my artillery and my tanks would become nearly useless. But if I research offshore oil rig, that'll open up a little bit of the oil over here. That's another... This city represents me getting access to 3 more tanks, right? I did build Warlord's Throne, right? Yeah, 20% production in all cities. Is that oil really out of reach of every city in the game? Oh man, it's actually just barely out of reach. That's annoying. City-state just declared war on me. Do I care? Nope, not particularly. Not super important. I didn't spot who it was, so therefore it does not matter. So now we're doing damage. So I want to get my Tagma in beside my tanks. We get the 2 tanks up. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Also, I can yoink a settler, which is pretty good. And we can blast the city with a regular cuirassier core. He might die in retaliation, though. And now you can see why there's like these timing windows. Actually, I think this game has been a really good example, if you've been paying attention carefully, of how timing windows work, right? If, you know, every time I've gotten a bonus, right, like a new tank or a new tech or a new, the ability to merge units into cores or armies or whatever like that, that has usually been a moment where I could push, where I could take some sort of strategic advantage on the battlefield. Like, if you've been paying attention, you should have noticed that. Oh my god, hold on. I'm pretty sure, wait, don't Byzantium's unique units don't use strategic resources? Oh my god, it does. Dude, let us just go. Welcome to Hog Wildsville, where we make all the tanks. I cannot believe I forgot about that. Hold on, we're pogging? Now, I'm pretty sure the unit has to be created by a hippodrome district. This one uses oil. But if I combine it with another unit, okay, so we can actually have a lot more tanks than I thought. Sorry, I forgot about that ability. It's been a while since I played Byzantium. Sometimes I forget those abilities. It's part of the hippodrome, I believe. Units granted from this district do not have a resource maintenance cost. Very powerful. But now that we have tanks, we're about to pick up natural history. We can build a round of zoos and we'll just drown the world in tanks. Tanks that have no maintenance cost in strategic resources, I might add. That's going to be... so this is like... this kind of feeds into what I was talking about, like the timing. You know, you get a new unit. That's an opportunity to push. You never want to be grinding someone down with units, because then you're irrelevant warring yourself, right? You're damaging your economy to kill someone, which is not ideal in any scenario. I need a builder charge. Any builders nearby? No, but we'll get that oil soon. Yeah, you never want to be in like an irrelevant war where you're grinding yourself down over a very slow period of time. You want to hit people and kill them in 1 or 2 turns. Like, you want to have an advantage to where... but basically what I'm saying is defenders have a natural advantage in 4X games, right? And in order to overcome that, you need some kind of overwhelming advantage, okay? This should be really easy to kill all these units, actually. It's disgusting. So that's what I've been doing. By using... So, how do I describe this? So, like, when I have an advantage, that's when I go on the offensive. When I don't have an advantage, that's when I sit back, I defend, I build up my power level, and then I go on the offense again. That's the kind of pattern of gameplay you should be playing for as well. You play it slow, you play it carefully. And then when the moment occurs, when that moment where you have the potential to strike, where you have like a +10 combat strength bonus over your opponent happens, that's when you strike. And you should be planning your offensives against other players around those power windows. Sometimes I believe they're called like timing attacks. That's more of like a real-time strategy thing, but it's still relevant to Civ. These are timing attacks. You always want to be hitting your opponent as an upgrade kicks in, which is why you should never wait until you have the upgrade to prepare to use the upgrade. You prepare to use the upgrade the moment that the upgrade lands, right? You don't, like, if you're playing StarCraft or like an RTS game, you don't start building infantry, or you don't research like infantry upgrade tech without any infantry build. No. As you're building infantry upgrade techs like +1 damage, +1 armor, you're also building infantry, right? So that the second those techs kick in, your infantry come out with a power spike. That's the best way I could describe it, essentially. Hopefully that's helpful. All about timing your windows of power to line up with your strategic objectives. I don't necessarily care what this does. I think it would be cool to make World's Fair. It's fine. Yeah, I don't care who wins this. It would be cool if coal power plants were cheaper. And it would be nice if trading with religious city-states was more effective. Sure. We'll see how that goes for me. Religious oil was banned. John Curtin won, and World's Fair passed. We also got natural history, so now we can build the zoo, which is +1 tank from every single city in my empire, by the way. And we will start building those when the time comes. Now here's the thing. A zoo costs 360 production. A tank costs 480. So it's like not that much of a discount. If I was using these to build cuirassiers, it's not even a discount, right? It's actually more expensive. But the fact that I'm using them to build tanks, which will have no maintenance cost, makes it a pretty good proposition. So my number one goal here is to clear out enemy units while preserving my own combat strength. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. We'll come in, we'll combine. We'll shoot here. Your job is to stay strong. Let's get that kill right there. That'll also get me a promotion. Let's kill here. And then I should have one more tank and I could use it to kill there. Okay, perfect. So we're getting a bunch of conversions. And this is now like where Byzantium becomes like nigh unstoppable. I've got 3 holy sites converted. I've got tanks. I'm cranking out an absurd amount of faith, an absurd amount of, well, not, gold is probably my least absurd yield. I'm only doing okay on gold. But I've got a crazy amount of faith, so I can just like buy tanks on cooldown if I wanted to. There's plastic, so we can get offshore oil rigs, and our fishing boats get +1 food, but more importantly, we can go obliterate cities with these tanks. Now, I do want to make sure that I'm promoting to keep them healthy. Let's make sure we're focus firing tanks onto a single city and promoting as well. Build a little road here. Perfect. So now we can actually cross through this river, and it's not like a huge clog for my army to have to slowly make their way through. Ah, right. Yes, I was meant to build a couple of the supply convoys. They'll take a while to build, unfortunately. What's the production in here? 28 is decent. 33, 12. 49 over here is a little bit better. Get a couple of those supply convoys going. I'll only need like 3 or 4 of them. across my whole empire. Maybe like 6 if my army gets big enough. But now we have plastics. We could go straight for modern armor. Now, normally this is a mistake. Okay, normally modern armor is a mistake because if you look at regular tanks, right, they're 480 production for 85 combat strength. You're paying an extra 200 production for 10 combat strength. Normally this is a mistake and you want to stay on tanks and then switch over to get observation balloons to support your artillery at range. However, because we are Byzantium and we get tanks for free by building Hippodrome District buildings, going for modern armor is actually totally valid. Now, it's a tempo play. So we're going to get a lot of tempo right now, but we're trading that for a lack of tempo later. So just understand that you're making a trade-off there. And that is honestly almost always the trade-off you're going to be making, is a lot of tempo right now for less tempo later. And then you have to use the tempo. And tempo is basically like let's say chopping is a tempo play, okay? Because theoretically, right, if you don't chop and you just put a lumber mill on a wood, you know, that thing will generate you 400 or 500 production over the course of the game. But if you chop right now and you use that to get something that gets you something even better, like that gives you like +3 production right now, now you've done a tempo play. You've essentially moved the payoff forward. So if you're doing all sorts of like high tempo plays but not getting high tempo rewards, you're going to be in bad shape. But specifically Byzantium can go for modern armor with very, very few downsides because they get units for free from their empire. And also their units are just naturally stronger. Oh, actually, that was not what I wanted. I wanted to move this spy. And I probably need to get another spy. I think I get one at ideology. Oh my god! Giant's Causeway. That is insane. Can you imagine if I had found this earlier and had been able to walk all my units past this? Giant's Causeway plus Matterhorn plus Taxis plus Crusade. That's 5, 8, 10, 3 per whole. That's like 30 combat strength on my units. That's absurd. I'm so sad that Giant's Causeway spawned there. Can you imagine if Giant's Causeway had spawned on my, like, in my territory instead of in this random ass place? Oh, that would have been so sick. Okay, so Tikal is next. Should be a fairly straightforward kill. We'll take a little promotion. We want to get to the double attack on tanks. I believe the tank's 4th promotion is double attacking. And hopefully you can see now, based on the absolute domination that we have just put on display here, that we've got this bad boy in the bag. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Byzantium. I love you all very much and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.